Hello drivers, welcome back to Motion RC. I'm James alongside Alex, and today we're doing the Heng 1/10 scale Humvee. Unbelievable detail in this Hummer truck. She's been out a little while, but newer to Motion RC's website, and we got her in a couple different variants. We've got the green olive drab camel, but we got the military edition here. They all have pretty much the same features, and what's great about these, they come pretty much ready to run. The only thing you're going to need to provide is a 2S LiPo to power the truck and 4 AA batteries to power the transmitter. But other than that, she's basically ready to run because everything else, as you're going to see, when you pull her out of the box, she comes all set up. You just need to put on the decals, and you're going to need to just assemble a few little pieces like this top machine gun. You're going to have to assemble that and stick it on, but for the most part you're going to see just how detailed this 4x4 tactical truck is. So again, it is 4x4, you know, full drivetrain, all metal chassis inside, full rubber tires, which are awesome, and then the scale detail around this thing is full of metal parts. It's not all plastic. And let's get started and show you just some of the cool features of this before we even get to driving it around. So if you want access to all your electronics, that's all going to be held in the front compartment. And the way this works is you just pull down on the front grille, and then there are 2 side clips on the front of the truck, and you take those, you just unclip them, take them off, and you're gonna see the front comes up. Really cool, just like the real Hummer would. And what's awesome, you see like the exhaust stack, that is metal, which is awesome. But now looking inside, when you get in here, you see like a dummy, you know, a dummy engine, but you have these 2 little clips in here. When you pull these back, then you can raise it up. Boom, you have access to all your electronics. I love the way they tuck them all in there. So you can see you got your big servo, access to servos in there for the steering and such. You got your receiver, you got your ESC, everything in there. And then there's like a module in here for the sound system that controls the lighting. It's all you know, buried in here nicely and hidden away. Easy, you know, to gain access to, though, if you want to make any fixes there, which is cool. So then putting this back, just pop that on, and then bring up the clips, clip it on, and she's good to go. Now taking a look around the sides of the truck, all the doors are easy to open. You just literally lift the door handle. It works just like a real car door handle. All 4 doors will open, and when you look inside, anyone who's been inside a real Hummer knows that, like, you know, the space between the passenger seat and the driver's seat, the big panel inside, and you'll see when we go around the back, they have some cool scale detail just in the truck as well, but can easily fit 1/10 scale guys in there for anybody who wants to fully deck it out. That's awesome. So you close those doors. Then on the top, there's another little clip here. You can open the hatch, which is awesome, and the hatch even flips down the way it would in real life. Somebody got to get up there, got to shoot the cannon, so he'll get out. Easy access, and then that'll lock down. And taking a look, let's take a look at the back, or the trunk. So the trunk part comes up with like hydraulic suspension, and then the door itself, there are 2 little latches with real metal like clips that are pretty cool. They just drop and you could get access to your lift gate. And then what's cool, even cooler, is that this like ammo crate back here, because there's a big like 20 cal machine gun that's hiding in there. But I guess the ammo crate for all the ammo, that's where you put your battery. So I have a 5000 2S just hidden in there. I don't have it plugged in at the moment, but we'll plug it in a little bit. But all around, super cool, the functionality. And as we'll show you when to plug in, all the lights work. But now down here, you got like spring loaded. This is metal, all metal. If you want to pull something, this is all metal chassis. So this is durable enough, and this baby has the torque to pull virtually anything you want with this Humvee. So again, your mirrors, they are independent, they move, but then flipping it upside down, you're gonna see all the steel and metal underneath in a beautiful, you know, just beautiful, durable package. A lot of people ask, like, you know, metal ball links. This is all metal chassis coming through. Place for the motor to sit is metal. You see when I turn the wheels, you can see the drivetrain all moving. So pretty cool. Really cool features overall, and rugged. I mean, that's what's awesome about this truck. And this thing can get added. Suspension, as far as the suspension goes, really cool. Oil-filled suspension. So it definitely has plenty to do some, you know, type of crawling or rugged training. We're not going to get too hard with it as far as that goes, but she can definitely durable enough to take it. Now, as far as the transmitter goes, you'll see they give you a, you know, your standard transmitter, and this will be throttle, forward and reverse. You steer the wheel with your left stick, and then there are a few, you know, a few of the switches will work to do certain things, but not all of them are necessary for this model. But a few of the switches will change the gears, so there's a high and a low gear and a neutral setting, so you can actually put the car in neutral if you want to, where the sounds will work, but the motor will be disconnected. You have the ability to lower the volume on the lights. You can trim the steering through the transmitter itself, and then there's some machine gun sounds and things of that nature that we'll get to when we plug it in. So I say let's get it plugged in. So I have my 4 AA's in here. I'm going to turn this on, and now I didn't plug in the battery last time I was back there. So you'll see that the battery has a T connector. Just your standard T connector, so that's what you're going to want. And then when you plug it in, you can just sort of tuck it back inside. Hard to do upside down, but we'll get there. There we go. Just hitting that. There we are. Tuck it down, lock it in. Now the battery's in, good to go. And now there is a on-off switch for the truck. It is under the front bumper. So it's right here. We turn it on, and then you'll see your lights light up. They will flash until it arms, and then once it arms, when I push up on the throttle, it will move the car, but also it'll turn on the noises. And now, I think at the top, there we go, we have horn sound with the top of there, and then also the up trim button, which is weird, but the up trim would be your elevator for your plane guy. That fires a machine gun at the top while it's driving around. You've got blinking, you got blinkers, so when you turn the wheel, and you got the blinker sound. And overall, just a really cool truck. Now, the sound will shut off after not driving it for a little while, so the sound will automatically go out, and when you want to start it again, you just push up on the throttle just a little bit. The slightest bit will turn the volume back on, and then you can lower the volume a little bit or turn the volume off entirely with the switch at the top. There you go. Lowers the volume, takes a couple seconds, or it shuts it off. And there's another switch, so there's a high gear, a neutral, and a low gear. And it's hard to hear, but when I flip the switch, you will hear the servo. There's a servo that, you know, has a rod through the drivetrain that will change the transmission, if you will, change the gear from a low torque to a high torque. And that's really all the transmitter is going to do as far as that goes. You're going to be able to, again, turn the volume up and off on your lights. You have steering trim. Then you have the ability to change the gear from high and low, and then you have a switch that's going to change some of the horn sounds, and that's pretty much it. The transmitter has a lot of other switches that just don't do anything, so don't get overwhelmed when you see the transmitter come out, because this transmitter can be used for numerous RC products, but for the purposes of this truck, you only need a little bit. But overall, man, I love the durability of it. I love how beautiful it is up front for a 10th scale Humvee, and the weight itself. This thing's got to be about 15 pounds when you're all in. So it is a solid truck, and as you're going to see, it moves really well. You shouldn't have any problem traversing, you know, some tough terrain, especially no problem on sand, no problem on you know, grass or rocks. Obviously, it's not a true crawler. I wouldn't try to crawl the steepest mountains, but if you want to pull things with it, overall just have a beautiful truck that looks good on display. For any of you military personnel out there, I'm sure a lot of military guys have been in Humvees in real life and might just want the nicest scale version of it on the market. So set out of the box, all you're gonna have to do is put on the decals, and they are not water slide. They're the vinyl that you stick on, and you know, all around. There were a couple that you put around, maybe takes 5-10 minutes to get them all there, but it's laid out nicely in the manual, and the manual also is great for showing all the spare parts. If you ever have you know, a break or something that you need to fix, the manual will show you what part you're going to need to grab. But overall, guys, I absolutely love the Hummer. Driving it around has been super fun. I think anybody who's into RC cars or trucks, especially the trucks and military scale trucks, this one should be on your list, whether it's the tan one or the olive drab version. Check them out. The links are in the description down below. Guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and we'll see you next time at Motion RC. Bye, guys.